Okay, so we're going to continue on in Unit 4. We've been talking about oxidation and reduction. Now we're going to talk about it in terms of hydrogen and oxygen. We've been talking about it in terms of transfer of electrons previously, but now we'll see it with hydrogen and oxygen. So oxidation is gain of oxygen atoms. So for example, the oxidation of alcohol in your body. So alcohol is C2H6O. When it gets oxidized in your body, you get C2H6O2. Rusting, you get iron being oxidized. And you'll see this oxidizing bracket just means general oxidation conditions. So you get Fe2O3. So in both of these cases, oxygen has been gained, and so that is a clue that it's oxidation. So we went from 1 oxygen here to 2 oxygens. And you went from no oxygens to 3 oxygens. So that is a gain of oxygen. Okay, reduction can be defined as the loss of oxygen atoms. So when you have, when you're trying to get aluminum from aluminum ore, which everybody tries to do nowadays, right? No, I'm joking. But it is a process. So obtaining aluminum. So you have Al2O3 just going to plain aluminum. So a very useful process for getting aluminum foil for us. And then decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. So you go H2O2 to H2O. So in both of these cases, the number of oxygen atoms have been reduced. So that's reduction. All right. Now, we've talked about oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen atoms. Let's talk about it in terms of hydrogen atoms. So oxidation is the loss of hydrogen atoms. So digesting glucose. So C6H12O6 going to CO2. And so let's see. Oxidation is the loss of hydrogen atoms. So you see you're getting rid of the hydrogens. You no longer have hydrogen atoms in the CO2. Another example, oxidizing methanol to formaldehyde. So oxidation of methanol. Okay, so you have CH4O going to CH2O. So you've seen a decrease in the number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, and that would be oxidation. Now, reduction is the gain of hydrogen atoms. So this is start of photosynthesis. So you get CO2 going to CH2O. Sorry, this pen is not working as well as this one. So you're reducing this, you get a gain of hydrogen atoms, and then saturated fats from oils. This is what leads to those dreaded trans fats that we all have been hearing about lately. So C8H16 to C8H18. So that's reduction because you have gained hydrogen atoms. Sorry, my phone is blowing up. Okay. So now on the next page, we're going to go over some practice problems. So in the following reactions, identify the substance being oxidized, the substance being reduced, the oxidizing agent, and the reducing agent. So we're going to do this in terms of oxygen and hydrogen. So if you look at the change from left to right, that's the key. So CH4 is going to CO2. So it's gaining oxygen and losing hydrogen. So this is getting oxidized. So because it's getting oxidized, this is going to be the reducing agent. And then if you found one that's getting oxidized, the other one must be getting reduced. So this is getting reduced. You're gaining hydrogen and losing oxygen. So those definitions that we just went over. So this is the oxidizing agent. Okay, this next example, we have iron 2O3 going to iron. So this would be a loss of oxygen. So this is getting reduced. So it's the oxidizing agent. And then carbon is gaining oxygen, so it's oxidized. So this is the reducing agent. All right, in this example, we have H2 going to H2O. It's kind of a confusing one. O2 going to O. So O2 is losing oxygen, so it's being reduced. So this is the oxidizing agent. H2 is gaining oxygen, so it's oxidized. So this is the reducing agent. Okay, this next one, C2H4O, so C2H6, gaining hydrogen, losing oxygen, so this is getting reduced, making it the oxidizing agent. H2 is getting converted to H2O, so it's gaining oxygen, so this is getting oxidized. This is the reducing agent. Okay, and the last one, this would be the type of reaction that goes on in the breathalyzer test. This is ethanol reacting with a chromium reagent and then producing this carboxylic acid. And the interesting thing about this is the way they can tell how much alcohol you've consumed is by the color and the color change. So, and that's the amount of product that's been produced. So, okay, so C2H2O is going to C2H6O2. So you're gaining hydrogen, but you're also gaining oxygen. So it's being oxidized. Cr2O7 is going to Cr2O3, so this is getting reduced. Okay, so C2H2O is getting oxidized, and this is the reducing agent. Cr2O7 is getting reduced, and this is the oxidizing agent. So be sure to practice these. They can be confusing. So practice, 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 and we have one more lecture left for Unit 4. So I'll see you next time.